Hey everyone, welcome back to Cracking the GRE Math Subject Test. We're on the linear algebra chapter, and this is the 11th question. This question gives you 6 vectors, and it asks you what is the dimension of the subspace of R5 spanned by these 6 vectors. Well, the dimension is asking what is the dimension is the same thing as asking how many of these vectors are linearly independent. So one way to do this problem is to set up a matrix where each column is one of these vectors and then reduce it to echelon form. But if you take a second to just inspect the vectors, you can do most of the work. You can save yourself a lot of work. So for example, this vector right here, let's call it V3. We name these. It's just the 0 vector. So V3 doesn't really contribute to the dimension because it's just the 0 vector. So we can sort of cross that out. And if we look at V6, we can see that it's just -1 times V2. So that doesn't really help us either. That doesn't add to our dimension. Also, we can see that V4 is just -1 times V1. So that doesn't contribute to our dimension either. So we're left with 3 vectors, and the question is, are they linearly independent? Well, if you set them up in a matrix, like 1, 0, -1, 0, 1, 0, 1, -1, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, you can see that they're actually in echelon form because you've got 1, 0, 0 in the first row, 0, 1, 0 in the second row, and, well, if you add they're almost in echelon form. If you add the first row to the third row, and then you add the second row to the third row, you'll get 0, 0, 1 in the third row. So, there we go. 0, 1, 0, and 1, 0, 1. So now, the first 3 rows, they're in echelon form, which means that the columns are linearly independent. So our answer is C3.